again, friends. It's me, Sweetney. And I think it's time for us to have another discussion as we are on our weight loss journey. A lot of people, they like to focus on the physical aspects. And I'm definitely not saying that that's not important because, of course, it is. But there's a mental side to weight loss that a lot of people really don't talk about. They don't want to talk about it, but it doesn't mean that it's there. So today's video is going to be titled Mental Health, the Other Side of Weight Gain. Because in order to be successful and not just losing weight, but keeping it off, is being honest with yourself and addressing not just the physical aspect of weight gain, but the mental aspect of weight gain. What was going on in your life at that time that contributed to what happened to you? Now, I don't know if you are aware. Well, before I go forward, once again, I'm just a regular, everyday homeschooling housewife and mom. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a fitness coach. Just sharing the things that I've learned on my journey through life. Hopefully it can help you and continue to help me. Now, as I was saying, our mental health and our physical health is interconnected. Like this. They walk hand in hand. And so sometimes when you have poor mental health, it can cross over into physical attributes and symptoms. Some of those symptoms can look like things like a headache, fatigue, digestive issues, which have been linked to anxiety and depression, disrupted sleep patterns, like insomnia, and stress. One thing I always tell my cousins is, man, stress kills. Stress kills. And I always try to encourage people to relieve the stress that's really boggling them down in their life, because stress definitely begins to show as physical attributes. Now, chronic stress, when you're stressed out all the time, begins to actually attack your immune system. And you get physically sick. Now, another aspect to mental health that could contribute to, or could be a factor that helped contribute into some people's weight gain, is trauma. Could be childhood trauma that has been unresolved and has crossed over into your adult life. It could be trauma that you've experienced in your adult life that you have not yet been able to cope with or experience from different forms of abuse, neglect. These things can affect your weight gain. And also it can affect you losing weight, because some people, they chose to gain weight as some kind of protective barrier. And as they begin to lose weight, those mental blocks begin to go up because they feel like they're losing their barrier, this layer of protection that they've built for themselves. And these are contributing factors that can lead to you backsliding and gaining weight, you backsliding into eating the unhealthy foods that you know are not going to help contribute to your goal, right? So what I'm saying is that it's time to do the hard part and face those mental challenges. You don't have to put them in the comments. What I would like you to put in the comments at the end of this video, if you make it to the end of this video, I just want you to say, I understand the assignment. Now, some solutions that I can give you to trying to break through and tackle this mental health aspect of weight gain or in our case, our successful weight loss is create a balance in your life. But before you can create a balance with your life, be honest with yourself. Once again, this is not anything you need to be telling your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other, your children. It's something that you need to know for yourself. Something that you need to be honest with yourself. What are the contributing factors mentally to my weight gain? Write them down so that you can see it. Write them all down. And then be honest about it. This is it. These are the contributing factors to my weight loss, weight gain, mental journey. And then move forward to creating balance in your life. Now, for some of us, it might be some really deep-rooted trauma. And although you may have been trying to deal with it, and we deal with these things in all different sorts of ways, but we do find ourselves abusing things, right? We find ourselves abusing alcohol. We find ourselves abusing different types of drugs. And honestly, I know you're not going to want to like what I'm going to say next, but I'm going to just be, we're coming to the truth table, right? We at the truth table, let's come to the truth table. A lot of people like weed. A lot of people enjoy marijuana, but let's be honest, what's the flip side of marijuana? Munchies. Munchies. You wanting to eat things that you shouldn't be eating and you wanting to eat more than you should be eating most definitely does contribute to your weight gain. So for some of us out here on the weight loss journey, you might actually want to look at stop smoking. You might really want to stop, because if you're honest with yourself, you know that you smoke weed for a reason. Now, some people, they choose to smoke weed because it helps them feel better with different body ailments versus them taking conventional drugs. Some people smoke marijuana to deal with mental pain and mental anguish, but it still doesn't negate the fact that it gives you the munchies. And I never really saw a person that was high craving to eat celery sticks. I'm just saying, they was eating all kinds of junk. And if you're honest with yourself, and this is something that you do or have done in the past, how conducive is it to your weight loss journey? How conducive is it? Or is it in fact something that's hindering you on your journey? It's time to come to the truth table, because if you're going to lose weight, it's time to face these hard things so you can get over them, so that you can see the success that you deserve, right? So with that being said, knowing and understanding that some of us are dealing with deep-rooted traumas, some of us may abuse drugs and alcohol to deal with these traumas, I'm going to say something else that a lot of people think is taboo, but it's not. Go and get some help. Go and get some professional help, like counseling. Going out and talk with a psychiatrist, it's okay. If nobody ever told you, it's okay. I know a lot of people who look like me. They don't think it's okay to go see anyone. They think it's taboo to go get counseling, to seek professional help outside themselves. But when you have found yourself at a place where you have done all that you know how to do, utilizing all the tools that you currently have in your tool belt, and it's not enough, it's time for you to be honest and say, I need to seek the help of a professional who does possess the tools that I need to get better. And you only need to go long enough to obtain these tools. Go seek professional help. It's okay. It's okay to love yourself enough to say, you know, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But I want to change. I really do. And I need help. And knowing what help looks like for you. As I said, be honest with yourself. And number 3, back to the physical aspect, we gotta put some healthy lifestyle changes in effect, right? We can't just expect exercise to be the end all be all, because once again, we have already discussed that this is not a New Year's resolution, right? Oh no, this is a lifestyle change. This is a lifestyle change. And knowing and understanding that this is a lifestyle change means that there are some changes that we need to make in our life, because some of the things that we were doing before weren't the healthiest and didn't have us on the healthiest path to being our best self. Once again, we're going to be honest with ourselves with what that is. And if, like I said in the last video, if you find yourself like me and said, I can't buy my kids certain snacks because I'm going to eat those snacks, that's what I mean by being honest with yourself. Because you're not doing yourself no favors by lying to yourself. Lie to me. Lie, but don't lie to yourself. Don't do it. That's the worst mistake you can make. In order to move forward, you have to be honest with yourself. And that's why I'm telling you, come to the truth table today. Because you have made this conscious commitment that you are here to be the best version of yourself. And now that you have decided that, I'm going to engrave in your head that giving up on yourself is never an option. Now that you know you could not give up on yourself, because it's not an option, what do you feel comfortable doing? What do you feel comfortable starting out with? Like I said, some people don't feel comfortable going in to seek professional help. Although I feel that for many people, it's going to be you taking one step after the other on the right track towards your success. But let's take baby steps. You know, I have seen, if you don't feel comfortable going in face to face to talking to someone, that they do have where you can set up appointments like on the internet and talk to the doctor like on a Zoom call. It's progress. It's progress. Just try it. If you don't like it, look for another solution. But don't knock it until you try it, okay? At the end of the day, we are working towards our best self. And on another note, if you've ever watched that TV show that comes on TLC called My 600 Pound Life, the doctor on there, Dr. No, he sends a lot of the patients to go talk to someone. Because he also realized, and yes, those people are experiencing extreme weight gain. But the truth aspect is that Dr. Now realizes that these people have a mental aspect to their weight gain. And if they don't confront those issues, they're not going to be able to lose the weight. It's going to create a barrier. And they're going to have a point where their weight loss slows down. If you've ever seen the show, once these people decide to overcome those mental hurdles, the weight continues to come off. So know and understand. I'm not just telling you this. Yeah, I saw it on TV, but I know it to be true in my own life, right? So I just want you to think to yourself, like, if you say, like, heck no, I'm not doing that. Nobody has to know that's what you're doing. You don't have to tell anybody. You're doing what you need to do for yourself. But let's incorporate some healthy lifestyle changes and what that looks like for you. If you eat more than 3 times a day, then you probably want to look at making some changes in how often you eat. A lot of people have discovered and found intermittent fasting. I have to. I'm said people. And I definitely feel that intermittent fasting does help. And when you actually look at a lot of religious texts, they were fasting. And you might think it was for religious reasons, but I feel that it was and it wasn't. I feel that there were things that were put in the religious books that people wouldn't listen to if they weren't in the religious books. So they were put there to help people have and maintain a better quality of life. And as you begin to learn more about weight loss and realize that here in America, we are filled with parasites, and parasites can also contribute to your weight gain, because some of the parasites that reside in our body, they actually crave certain things, and we believe we are craving those things when it's not you craving that stuff at all. It's those parasites. And once you decide that you're going to go on this weight loss journey, you're going to realize that you want to clean your body out. And honestly, I tell you what I do for myself. I've been drinking a tea called 3 Ballerina tea. And it's a system cleanser. And I drink it like once a day. Once a day. Once a day. Because if you drink this tea more than once a day, your butt is going to be tore up. Yeah, your butt is going to be tore up. You're going to have the bubble guts. You're going to be mad at me. You're going to be saying, why she ain't tell me I was going to be going to the toilet like this? No, I'm telling you. Drink the tea if you decide to try it only once a day. You drinking it multiple times a day isn't going to remove more than what you wanted to do. It's just going to tear up your insides, and you're going to have the bubble guts. Because 3 Ballerinas tea is made from sienna leaves. And sienna leaves, it cleans you out, but it can also cause you to have diarrhea. So I say, this is what I do. Just drink it once a day. And when you decide to take it, also take in a little fiber. So that way you can remove, be cleaning your system, but also you won't have to worry about the diarrhea aspect. So a suggestion that I have for you. But yeah, I drink that tea like once a day for 5 days, and then I stop for like 5 days, and then I go back to drinking it again. And yeah, I saw some parasites in the toilet, and I was like, oh shoot, like I was excited because I'm sorry, TMI, but I was excited because I had wanted to see it. I wanted to know like it was working, and one day some came out with a mucus, and I was like, what? They wasn't moving or nothing like that. And I could show you, but I'm not gonna do that to y'all. And I did take a picture of it. But yes, once I had done this, I realized I wasn't craving sweets as much as I normally had been, and I wasn't craving pastas and breads as much as I had been. So that was the tidbit that I noticed as I was drinking the tea, that things, and I'll be honest, before that, I was under the impression that if I crave it, my body must need it. That was like, I don't know who taught me that. Something I had taught myself over time. As I told y'all, I am almost 50 years old. So this is something I told myself a long time ago. I was like, if I'm craving it, I must really need it. But now I know I was not craving it because I needed it. I had some parasites that was craving it, and they was needing it. It wasn't me, and they had put that in my head. Now I know better. And so I feel like, when you see that Mucinex commercial and they be getting rid of that big blob looking like Slimer thing, yeah, that's me with these parasites. Like, yeah, you gotta go, son. You got to go. So, yeah. I know. I listen, this is me. This is me, unraw, unfiltered, uncut. This is how I am. If you was to sit and have a conversation with me, I love life. And I feel like everything is fun. And guess what? We are having a hard conversation right now, and I'm laughing because I'm always going to laugh through the hard stuff. Right? Because I'm never going to let anything deter me. As I know that I didn't gain weight overnight, I'm not going to lose the weight overnight. It took a process to get here. It's going to take a process to exit stage left, right? And I'm here for it. You're here for it. So, yes, I'm just looking down because y'all see I got my notebook and part of having a healthy lifestyle change. We know it. We don't be wanting to do it. But we know what we need to do. You need to have a balanced diet. And I'm not saying diet, right? I hate that word. But you need to have a balanced eating patterns. So as I was saying before, intermittent fasting. Most people, they do 16 hours off, 8 hours on. And when you first start, you be thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm going to starve myself to death. No, you're not. Okay. You're not going to starve yourself to death. What it is, you have to be, once again, honest with yourself, and being honest with yourself and saying, okay, when do I eat? When do I eat? Because once you start to really look, and when I'm saying when do I eat the main meals in my day? What's the time frame? Do you eat breakfast? If you do eat breakfast, what time do you eat breakfast about every day? The last meal of the day, dinner. What time do you eat dinner? And you want to make your start time for breakfast and your end time for dinner fit in an 8-hour window. And somewhere in between, you made time for lunch. Now, if you are like me and you say, I don't eat breakfast, that's fine. You don't have to go back to eating breakfast. But what you still want to do is eat within this 8-hour window. Now, you can shorten this window. You can do 16-8. You can do 20-4. 20-4, you eat in a 4-hour window. You fast for 20 of the hours. If you've never done these things, they sound scary. But trust me, just start off on 16-8. And I'm going to give you a nice schedule. If you eat breakfast, try an 11-7 schedule. That means you're eating breakfast on the later end of breakfast, but you still are falling in breakfast. 11 o'clock. Don't eat dinner past 7. If you're okay with eating past 11, well, then let's jump ahead. This is my favorite time frame, 12-8. 12-8. Eat within that 8-hour window, and do not eat past 8 o'clock. And when I'm saying do not eat past 8 o'clock, treat yourself like one of them mugwise off the Gremlins movie. Oh, don't feed them at the midnight. Don't feed yourself at the 8 o'clock. Okay? Because you're going to turn into a gremlin. Okay, I'm just joking. We know you're not going to turn into a gremlin. However, you are going to throw yourself off of the track that you're trying to get yourself on. So let's stick to the window. Don't eat past 8 o'clock. And like I said, if you find it hilarious, think like the Gremlins movie. Don't eat past a certain time, or there's going to be consequences. Don't eat past a certain time because there's going to be consequences. The consequences for you is that you're going to gain weight. You're going to do the opposite of what you've come to do. Manage stress. You got to manage it. Because if you don't manage it, it's going to manage you. And we already know what that looks like. We've experienced it. So, ways that you can manage stress. Oh my goodness. If you just need to go outside and scream. Sometimes taking a neighborhood walk helps to reduce stress. Try meditation. Some people, they like to enjoy yoga. Some people like to just go on YouTube. They have a variety of different meditation videos you can watch. If you like listening to like the sound bowls where a person is like, have this thing moving it around the bowl, that's nice. They have flute music. You can listen to nature music. When I mean nature music, I really was referring to listening to the sounds of the rain, listening to videos of the sounds of the ocean, listening to videos where you're hearing the sounds of the jungle. And meditate and release what's plaguing you. Let it go. Let it go. Manage it. Don't let it manage you. Work out, man. Work out. Get yourself on a schedule. Remember, we're talking about creating balance in our life. So in order to create balance in our life, we are addressing the mental as well as the physical aspect. The physical aspect is working out, creating a balanced eating habits, Mental aspect is dealing with and managing your stress. And lastly, the last physical part is you gotta get enough rest. Get enough sleep. You don't need to be up all night. You don't. You need to get enough rest. Because guess what? This is when your body does the most work. When you are sleeping, you are not up moving around. The body is not using energy towards anything else. When you are sleeping, your body can focus on tackling that fat. So that you could be losing this fluff. If you could do these things, you are definitely going to be on your way to losing and keeping this weight off. We are focused on the physical aspect, yes. But you, me, we cannot forget that there's a mental aspect to weight loss as well. You cannot act like it doesn't exist. You must address these issues so that you can be successful. I'm with you. I'm here with you. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for myself because I already told you. I'm dedicated to this is going to happen. This is why I'm making these videos. I'm holding myself accountable. You now can help hold me accountable because I have told you that this is my goal. And so if you're looking for somebody to hold you accountable, type in the comments, accountability partner needed. And those of us that are looking for the same, we can be that for one another. Till next time. You keep doing what you need to do. Because giving up on yourself is never an option. And together, we're going to be losing the fluff.